Hello there, James.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi, mate. You okay? Yeah, good, thank you.
I'm Chris from Hong Kong. So today, instead of asking you questions straight away, I'm going to throw you a little challenge just to start with, okay? I was wondering if you can say a short phrase in Chinese, because Chinese New Year is coming up. So I was wondering if you can say a greeting to our viewers in Hong Kong. Don't worry, I'll walk you through it. It's very simple.
Yeah. What's the phrase going to say? You're not going to have me say something silly, are you?
No. No trick involved, okay? Oh, so the whole sentence goes, Premier League fans in Hong Kong, 恭喜發財. That's it.
Say again.
恭喜發財. Premier League fans in Hong Kong, 恭喜發財.
恭喜發財.
You've nailed it, James. That's it. Just have it a go. It's full sentence. Premier League fans in Hong Kong,
Okay.
恭喜發財.
Premier League fans in Hong Kong, 恭喜發財.
恭喜發財. So it's as if you're saying hey.
Okay.
恭喜
恭喜
發財.
Okay. Premier League fans in Hong Kong, 恭喜發財.
Perfect. All right, you're a star, James. All right, let's
No
move on
worries.
to the more important part. Okay, let's start with a few serious questions, James. I know you have a hat on today, but I've noticed that you've kept just the same hairstyle for quite a while now. So do you love your hairstyle this much, or are you planning to changing it to something newer in the coming weeks or months?
I actually haven't kept the same hairstyle, to be honest. I used to have short on the sides.
Yeah, you have it really short,
and
right?
sweep it over, but really short on the sides and then sweep it over. But lately, I don't have it. You should have a look at my Instagram or the recent pictures. It's not very short on the side now. It's quite long, and it almost goes. My hair just naturally at the minute fall into like curtains. So, but I have a hat on because it's absolutely freezing here. Don't be fooled by the nice lights and stuff. It's snowing outside. So
yeah, I can imagine that. Okay, you are the current holder of the Premier League Invitational title. So can you tell us about your secret of being so good in video games?
It was just a bit of fun in the first lockdown actually. But if you're asking me for a secret, do you know what I found? Because obviously I was playing against other players in the Premier League, but I didn't necessarily know them personally. So my secret was kind of just to try and play a bit of mind games and try and get in their head, because I'm okay at FIFA. I'm average, I would say, but I think the mind games won it. I went almost Jose Mourinho-esque.
Right, so that's your secret, eh? Oh, so maybe we'll see
That's my secret.
Feature in that tournament sooner again. I've also got a few questions from our viewers in Hong Kong. The first one is from Ronnie here in Hong Kong. He was wondering who would win in a 100-meter dash between you and Jamie Vardy.
I'm going to have to go Jamie Vardy, and to be honest, I don't even think it'd be close.
Not even...
I think I would probably get about 50 metres by the time he's finished, to be honest.
So, well, I believe Jamie will concur on that.
Jamie's very quick.
Yeah, I think we all know that. The next question is from Howard. He wants to know, what is the secret between the accuracy of your set-piece delivery? He was wondering if you can share a little bit of your secret of your training routine.
It's just about repetition, to be honest. I've practiced since I was 6 years old, so it's not a fluke when they go on the money. Actually, I'm due one, to be honest. I haven't scored one in a little while, but just practice and repetition. I kind of figured out my own way to take free kicks, my own kind of routine and stuff, and then I've just practiced at it every day for it feels like about 12 years. So what was his name? Howard. So Howard, get in your back garden and start practicing.
Practice makes perfect. That's what they all say. So a little bit about your upcoming fixture with Liverpool. Obviously you're playing them this weekend. Your past record against Liverpool haven't been great, but it's quite obvious that the Reds are in a little bit of a rough patch right now. I was wondering if there's anything that your team, especially your manager, told you or planned ahead of this match, and what is the current mood like in the Leicester camp heading into this big game?
We'll prepare like no other. We'll prepare the same. We'll work on Liverpool's strengths and weaknesses, and we'll go into the game trying to get 3 points, even though they're the champions and they're a very strong team. We'll try like every other game to try and win, because that's what we want to do. We want to go into every game trying to win. So that'll be no different. The opposition is obviously very tough. Everyone knows how good Liverpool are, but and as you reminded me, thank you for that, by the way, my record is not so good against Liverpool, but that's got to change at some point, hasn't it? So hopefully that's on Saturday.
All right. The European Championships are coming up this summer. Are you confident of getting into that England squad? And what do you think that you need to do in the coming months to make sure that you're in that squad?
Just got to keep playing well. It's no easy task. There's a lot of talent. There's a lot of good English players. But that's something that I'll try and achieve. That's something that I'll strive towards. To keep my form high at Leicester. That's all I can control. Keep trying to score goals, assist goals, play well in this team, stay at the top end of the table, and then we'll see where that gets us. Yeah.
Your recent interview after the Chelsea game has gone viral because of your refreshing honesty, which is, you know, a change from what we usually see from footballers. Is that something that you set out to do to avoid cliches, or when you find it unavoidable, you actually acknowledge that there are cliches?
Yeah, it's almost becoming cliche to acknowledge a cliche, I think. No, I'll just try and show my personality in my interviews. A lot of footballers, like you said, you were spot on. They're very, very dull and thingy, and that's because you don't want to say the wrong thing, you know. Especially here, if you say the wrong thing, there's a headline the next day. So, and obviously here we get a lot of media training. When we were young, when I was younger, we would get media training, and you're kind of taught almost to be a robot and kind of say the same things because it's easy, it's simple, won't get you in trouble. And it's boring, to be honest. Like if that's my view on it anyway. I'd always try and show my personality and just be myself. Having an interview should be like a conversation instead of a recorded message, you know. So I'll continue to do that, and if people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. But that's my view on it. So
now, one more question about your role or your style of play that has evolved this season. This season, I've noticed that you've got into the box a lot more, getting yourselves into goal-scoring positions, and it's reflected in the number of goals that you scored, especially in recent weeks. Is that something that you try to work on, or is that something that the manager has encouraged you to do more?
You hit the nail on the head, to be honest. What I tried to work on is getting into the box more. Because you're never too old or too experienced to stop learning. You can always learn, you know. And sometimes I would maybe come to feet a little bit too much, maybe because I want the ball. I want to be on the ball. But sometimes it's about you can actually get more reward by running into the box and maybe waiting a bit longer and being a bit more patient and getting on the end of a cross instead of being involved in the build-up play. Because ultimately I wanted to score more goals, and I looked at my stats and stuff, and I was seeing where I could improve, and goals and assists as the player I am, an attacking player, a creative player, I need to score and assist. So it's about running in the box. Sat down with the manager and the analyst, and we looked at little different situations where I can get into the box and where I can time my runs and stuff, and it's paying dividends at the minute because I'm getting on the score sheet and I'm helping with assists as well. So hopefully that can continue.
Well, we've seen that you've definitely improved or upped your game in this season, so long may it go on. Thank you very much, James, for your time today. Chinese New Year is coming up this Friday, so if you see someone or meet any Chinese people in the coming weeks or days, you know what to tell them. 恭喜發財. It means a prosperous New Year. Or Happy New Year. It's the year of the ox coming up.
Ah, lovely.
Yeah.